Hello, it's your favorite sports thunk here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. The Mavs go on the road, beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 108-105. Luka and Kyrie took turns getting buckets to seal the game. Game 1 finals. Luka, 33 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Kyrie Irving, 30 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Game 2 is on Friday. Gil, I'm going to go to you first because this is your level of expertise. What did you like? What was the difference in this ball game, to your best guess estimation, of why the Mavs were able to go on the road and beat the Minnesota Timberwolves, the red-hot Minnesota Timberwolves?
Game 1 is usually the easiest one for the road because it's on the pressure of the home team to get the first one. So I thought irritating Kyrie by Ant-Man saying publicly, I'm going to guard him, kind of put him on goal mode in the first half, right?
Yes.
The Kyrie we've seen in the second half is what Kyrie we've been seeing in the last 2 rounds. He's just letting the game come to him. But the fact that, Ant-Man.
You challenged him.
You challenged him, and that's not the dude you want to do that to. So he carried them in the first half while Luka was struggling, and then they switched roles in the second half. And that's the great thing about having 2 guys who can do the same thing, that when one is lacking, the other one picks up the slack. So I thought they did a great job, and the 2 stars played great when they needed to be there.
Ocho?
I mean, listen, I told you who I picked to win the series. The Mavs got away with one. I think Ant-Man poking the bear. I'm not going to say upsetting Kyrie, but just challenging Kyrie. Kyrie was up for the challenge. He showed us, he showed the rest of the world what he's capable of doing. He's one of those people, like a light switch, he can turn it on when he wants to. Again, in the first half, he showed out. He made a statement because he was challenged. In the second half, I think he put it in cruise control, and Luka Doncic took over from that point on. It was cool. It was a good game. The Mavs got this one, but we know who's going to win the series. Listen, the Mavs won the battle tonight, but the war, they will not win.
You know what, Gil, I don't know if you and Ocho.
Yes, sir.
I was surprised how well the Mavericks rebounded the ball because you got 7+ feet Rudy Gobert. You got 7-foot Cat. You got 6'10", 6'11" Naz Reid. You go 6'8" Jaden Daniels. So I thought they would have a substantial, because that's what Minnesota do. They beat you up on the glass because they can get rebound after rebound, because they're always going to have a 7-footer on the court. Either Cat or Rudy's going to be on the court, or Naz Reid. So you're going to go 6'10" or above for 48 minutes of the ball game. So knowing that being said, Dallas out-rebounded them by 8. I was surprised by how well Dallas points in the paint. Now, we know Minnesota, Ant can live in the paint, but for the most part, they get there. Cat want to shoot threes. Naz Reid can go inside, but he's going to shoot 3. Jaden Daniels was 6 of 8. McDaniels was 6 of 8 from the 3. So I don't know if I'm really surprised by how well how few points in the paint that Minnesota have, given the way they play the game, Gil. Yeah, Rudy's going to have 10 points, 12 points. Ain't going to be dunked. That's going to be in the paint. Ant can slash to the basket. But for the most part, they're going to be shooting the ball from the outside. But I was surprised by how well the Mavericks rebounded the basketball and how good a job they did of defending Cat, what job they did of defending Ant. Ant got a couple of baskets, and he's a great player. He's going to get his basket. But I thought they did a good job overall limiting the damage that he could possibly do in this game.
Yeah, they took they did what Denver started to do with Ant-Man in game 6 and 7, right? Doubling them, keeping them out of the paint, right? Because when Ant-Man is driving and getting those fouls, putting pressure on the defense, right, it opens up everything. So the fact that they kept him out of the lane made him take tougher shots than he wanted to, making him second guess some of those mid-range jumpers that he's used to taking. Cat is going to sit around the three-point line. Rudy Gobert is not a factor on offense unless he's getting the put back or he's right under the basket. Naz Reid, same thing. He's a jump shooter. So if you can keep them on the perimeter, you should be able to secure the defensive rebounds, right? This is the game where Cat has to do what Luka did in the second half. Like what Luka was doing in the first half, shooting a bunch of threes. In the second half, he used his size to get inside.
Yes.
He pulling up mid-range, attacking, getting fouled. He used his height to his advantage and said, wait a minute, they not very good back there. This is not the same series. So what Cat and Rudy is good at, that doesn't affect this team right here.
Right.
Like we're big guards, and we're going to use our height. We're going to get down there, put more pressure on you, and that's what they did in the second half.
The playoffs are upon us. The best place to watch right there in person. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace for playoff basketball, which makes getting playoff tickets even easier and faster. Prices on Game Time app actually go down closer it gets to tip-off. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, the lowest price guaranteed, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying tickets. Save even more when you choose a section and let Game Time choose the seat. The lowest price guaranteed or Game Time will credit 110% of the difference. Take the guesswork out of buying playoff basketball tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code Nightcap for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code Nightcap, NIGHTCAP for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. I really like the way Minnesota, because Cat, a lot of times, Ant he'll look to score, but if you notice a lot of times, guys, he was driving the ball looking to kick for a three.
Yeah.
And Jaden McDaniels was the beneficiary of that. Mm-hmm. We saw Naz Reid, he was the beneficiary of that.
Yeah.
And look, they won the Mavs was 6 of 25 from the three, 24%. The Timberwolves was 18 of 49, which is about 37%, 36.7. And the Mavericks shot almost 50%. If you can shoot 50, it's going to be Ocho, your pick is going to be in trouble. Because if you let Dallas shoot 50% with all that height you got, with all that size you got, you're going to be in trouble.
I mean,
now we know, so at some point in time, they're going to have some. Kyrie's going to get hot from the three.
Yeah.
Luka is going to be, instead of being 3 of 10, what say for the sake of argument, he goes 6 of 12. Mm-hmm. Kyrie goes 4 of 6. They made six threes tonight. We know they're capable of making somewhere between 10 and 15.
Right.
That means in order for you to keep what you got to do, you're going to have to keep doing the Timberwolves. Can you shoot 18 for 49? Can you shoot 18 or 40? Because I don't believe the Mavs are going to shoot any worse from the three in what they shot tonight. Gil, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't believe it. I don't believe Kyrie's going to go 0 for 3, have another 0 for. Luka's going to shoot 30% from the three. I don't believe that.
I mean, but what we can also do is they can use their length and their size and their height to their advantage and stop playing on the perimeter.
But that's who they are.
Naz Reid.
That's who they are.
Gilbert. Hey, play with your back to the basket. Play down in the post. Run the offensive differently. Have a different scheme. Have a different scheme. Another way to approach the game. If you know you're taller, a little bigger, take advantage of those situations because they're undersized. Why continue to do the same thing and want to have a goddamn 3-point mid-range contest against a team that has, you could arguably say, better shooters at certain spots in certain areas?
Because this is who they are. How do I ask a bear not to take a dump in the woods when that's all he's ever done? Why are you asking the Timberwolves, say, guys, y'all 7 foot Rudy, go 7+ foot Rudy, 7+ foot Cat. I mean, at least 7. It's 6'10 to 6'11 Naz Reid. Why are you asking us to do something? How do you think they got here?
I have a question.
Yes.
Cat is not one-dimensional. He chooses to play one-dimensional. Mm-hmm. He chooses to play one-dimensional. But if you want to, if you want to get your ass sent home early, keep doing what you've been doing. Obviously, hell, the Mavs been watching film. They know we like to play out on the perimeter. So what they gonna do?
I'm gonna let him.
You said it. How do you tell a bear not to shit in the woods? Easy. There's a bear trap right there, goddamn it. You take that shit, you're gonna fall into it. And that's what this is. You over here shooting 50 damn threes. You're not going to win. You're shooting 18 for 49. You're not going to win that game because even though they look like they shot worse, they made it up in free throws.
Right.
They made it up in free throws. They went 16 for 17 from the free throw line. So those little points that you got at the 3-point line, they got it in the free throw line. That's where the game is. You shot 53s, but 89 shots in total, and you're the giant. You got the giant. They deserve that. They deserve that ass whooping. I'm sorry.
But look, I love Cat's game because I think he can do it all. He can shoot the ball. He can put the ball on the floor. Yes, he can play with his back to the basket, but Cat don't like contact. That physicality, everybody's not built like that. Just because you're 7 foot tall, it's like Wemby. You're like, man, Wemby, you 7 foot tall. Wemby ain't trying to bang like that. Guys don't want to bang because now that's where the stretch come in. Oh, he's a stretch 5 and he's a stretch this because of the physicality in the game. A lot of the physicality has been legislated out. So now there's more space. So, and it looks better. Man, if I'm 7 foot tall and I'm pulling up from 3 Ocho, that looks a lot better than me banging, turn around, throw a little soft baby hook or up and under. That looks better. And you know how we love aesthetics because I'm not gonna make no highlight show doing no back to the basket. But let me rain this 3 on your head. Let me hit this step back 3 at 7 foot tall.
Hold on, Nat. Some of these big men have footwork. There's artwork in a masterpiece when you have a big man down there that can play in the post that has footwork and ability to make moves. Hey, start with the basic fundamentals and go from there. Tim Duncan, David Robinson, that was artwork. That was artwork down there in the post.
They don't play like that. How many threes did you think Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson?
None.
Exactly.
None. But now that's the point I'm saying. Cat has the ability to do that. If you already know they waiting on you to play on the perimeter, they already know you're gonna shoot the mid-range, come in next game and do something completely different. Start off in the block.
You told me, this is what you told me. When we talk about football, don't let the defense. Don't you let them. You dictate.
Yeah, don't let them dictate. They dictate.
Okay. No, they're not. They're letting you do what you want to do. No, they're trying to stop you.
You say he don't want to get hit. Who he gonna get hit by? The person that's guarding him 6'6", 210.
See what I mean?
Yes.
See what I mean? Take advantage of your height and your length.
With who? What who? 6'10". Or 6'6", 210, or 6'7", 230. Either way, both of them are considered little dudes compared to 265 at 6'10", right? On the Mavs, Luka is actually the second biggest player on the court with his height and weight.
Ocho.
Yes, sir.
Would you rather get stung by a bee or an ant?
Ant.
Both of them hurt the same.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? So whether he's only 6'6", 210 banging, that's still contact.
Right.
You know, some of the hardest hits you done been hit with them little a light ass corner that you didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't always. Everybody ain't got to be Ray Lewis. Everybody ain't got to be Michael Strahan to drop that hammer on your head.
Right.
Especially when that's not your game. That's not Cat's game. Gil, you know where Cat want to be.
What kind of ants you talking about? The black ones with that love sugar?
Them piss ants do bite.
Oh, you talking about them red ones? I don't know where you see them at. Them
well, see, y'all don't know nothing about them bull ants because if you're from the country, if you go to the cow pasture, you'll see ant mounds. They're called bull ants. They're about this big. They'll light your ass up. I don't know if anybody in the chat if you're from the South, y'all know about them red bull ants I'm talking about. They'll tear your ass up.
No, I don't know about that.
Me neither.
Oh,
so they going against the black ants, the little black ones. Fighting against.
The little army ants, huh? Minnesota had the number 1 defense in the regular season, anchored by the defensive player of the year. And they let the Dallas Mavericks almost shoot 50% from the floor tonight. I'm surprised. Yes, I am surprised that the ease in which Dallas got what they wanted. Right. Luka got pretty much in the lane whenever he wanted. Mm-hmm. Kyrie was doing what he wanted, especially in the first half. And then he deferred, like you guys said, he deferred to the second half to let Luka get going. And that's the thing, because what do? If we try to trap Luka and get his ball in his hand, all he's gonna do is get the ball to Kyrie and two passes. Somebody, Rudy can't cover that much ground. Hey, Rudy good. I mean, hey, he defensive player of the year 4 times. Only 2 other guys, Ben Wallace and Dikembe, has ever been 4-time defensive player of the year. But he ain't covering that kind of ground.
Right.
And everybody out there, with the exception of probably Lively and Gafford, can put the ball on the floor and get to the rim. Kyrie can do it. PJ can do it. Exum, he came in to do it. Green can do it. So for the most part, unless you come in the trap off of one of those guys, everybody else can put the ball on the floor and get to the rack. But like you said, guys, it's one game.
Yeah.
They won Sunday, turn around and play. Dallas came ready to play. That's like, okay. But don't be satisfied. If I'm Jay Kidd, I'm like, look, guys, I'm proud of you guys. We came in here and did what we needed to do, but I like sweepstakes. I want to get it all. See, Ocho, I play Mega Million. I play Powerball, Fantasy 5, Cash Flow, pick, 3. I play them all. Right. Man, you greedy. Yeah. They ain't tell me I couldn't play but one. I'm trying to get sweepstakes. I'm trying to win Powerball and Mega Million and Fantasy 5.
Don't get too excited. I don't care how many games you play. I don't care if you even win that. Even if you win the Mega Millions of the Powerball, I'm telling you how the series is gonna go. The Wolves gave the Mavs this game tonight. They weren't efficient. They
give them 3 more.
Huh? But that's not gonna happen. It's going to 7, and I'm telling you, Ant-Man and them boys gonna win. They're gonna win the series.
You know what the flaw is? The flaw is, I don't think your defensive player of the year is going to be able to play in this series like that. They might have to bench Rudy. They might think about it. Because offensively, he's not a factor, and obviously defensively, he's not either. So when they're going to pick and rolls and he can't switch on the guys and he's just sitting back in a dead drop, that's irrelevant in this series, right? They don't have Jokic in this series. They have guard play in this series. So it looked like they have a bad lineup when they put Anderson and they have Rudy out there at the same time.
Yeah.
You got 2 guys that are handicapped offensively, and then you got one who throws a straight knuckleball. Like he...
you talking about slow motion?
I thought he was going to
call Anderson.
He was calling a timeout one time. He shot a 3. I was like, he about to put it up there and just he shot it up. Oh no, you can't do 3 of those. They're leaving you open for a reason, right? So the fact that they got 2 guys that can't put the ball in the basket like that, that kind of helps Dallas out a little bit. So he's going to have to tighten up his lineup and be more offensively minded. Knowing that that's all Dallas is thinking about too.